And so I'm gonna just do some quick wrap up so people can, take care of life shortly. So thank you all to the panelists, and I'm gonna just do quick um, screen share of just some last items. Hopefully I have the right one. And so, sorry. Hopefully you could see, there it is. Can you see my screen? I don't know.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Yes.
Is it just a presentation one? Okay, because it now just went wonky on my dual screen. So I just want to do quick acknowledgements. I didn't get a chance, and Dennis had mentioned this in the welcome at the top of this today. Acknowledgements to a wonderful team that's been helping out throughout the day. It's a very interesting way to run a symposium online when you can't like run to each other and like pass notes to each other. So it takes a lot of folks to pull this together. So I just want to do a quick shout out to all of these folks that are mentioned, the staff, students, and alumni in particular, and many of particularly the staff at the University of Maryland School of Architecture, Planning, and Preservation. And I also, as I had mentioned at the top of today, hopefully I can move to the next slide. I mentioned Corky Lee, a photographer, Asian American, who's kind of known as the photographer in our community. I got a text during today's sessions. I knew Corky was battling, many of us knew he was battling COVID-19 and was in the ICU, but he had passed away at 1 a.m. today due to COVID. And we were actually very fortunate, API HIP. He actually flew out on his own to Honolulu. I know it's a hard thing, but he wanted to be there to capture things like this. And so Corky was fortunate, we were fortunate to have Corky be our photographer one last time before COVID, and now him succumbing to COVID. So I just want to just recognize, I think even acknowledging the way, talking about this with Corky as bringing up today, the very personal stories that shape the work that we do. I think we got a chance to really hear from so many folks and on very deep and personal levels. In some ways, I think people talked, I was getting texts that people were getting goosebumps in hearing the presentations today. And as you saw in this last session, there's been a lot of cross-referencing of people in different sessions, and it speaks to the volume. And I know we talked about it in the session I was with Sarah and Free, it speaks to the testament of solidarity work that we do in preservation and really leaning on each other, respecting each other's expertise, and time and skills, and really just building that community of learning, a community of partnership. And so I just again want to thank everyone who presented today, and to everyone who helped pull everything off today, and for all of the attendees for really hanging in there, coming in when you could. And just to note that we have one more day of all of this. So tomorrow it's the same Zoom link as today. But if you come back at 12:30 Eastern time tomorrow, we'll head back to the second half of our programming. And at the end of tomorrow, we have invited all the presenters, if they're able to join in an all speakers discussion at the end of where do we go from here? How do we support each other and build this work and really seek to transform the field? And so I want to actually give back to you all a few minutes before the top of the hour. And thank you again for joining us. And I hope you can return tomorrow. And also, side note, people have asked, and we, as you could tell, we are recording these sessions and we will be uploading them to the School of Architecture's Architecture, Planning, and Preservation's YouTube channel following the event. And we will be cutting it by panel session, so that way you can easily navigate through, and like what I'm doing for my students that I'm teaching a graduate seminar tomorrow night, they will be actually able to view it as I'm putting all of these lectures or presentations in my syllabus. And so, again, thank you. And I want to bid good night, good day, or whatever the time zone you are in, and thank you.